Alright, so here you can see I have gathered some different images of guns, and I have made a collage, different piece together, and some different guns as well. And we are gonna make these in the same way, so one part at a time and then assemble together. So let's start with creating this center shape. So Shift A, add a cube, scale it down. You can press Alt Z to toggle X-ray mode. Now the first thing that you want to do for every part is to add a mirror. So go to Edit and add an edge loop in the middle. Delete the other side of the part. Go to Modifier and add the mirror modifier. Make sure to have the right axis, like X in my case. Now just start placing it and moving the vertices and edges. So it's a simple polygon modeling. Just capture the shape first. Like this, and start adding edge loops and extrusions to capture the whole shape. So let me add an edge loop somewhere around here. Select this face, E to extrude, and whenever you have this circular type of edge, just cover it with your whole face, and at the end select your corner edge and press Ctrl B to bevel it to make the shape like this. And you can drag the mouse wheel to add or remove the edge loops. So I think this much are enough for me. And scale it in the X direction just to make the shape. And now if you shade smooth and go to this object delta properties, and in normals click auto smooth. Now again start creating different shapes. Do not add edge loops and try to create single shape out of this particular piece. We'll add different pieces together. So again create another cube, scale it down. Let's create this magazine. Now let's add these cylindrical shapes. So Shift A, add a cylinder. And in case of cylinder, if you apply the auto smooth, I found that minimum that you can go is 15. So keep this vertices count to 15. Scale it down. Auto smooth, shade smooth. Go to edit mode and delete these top and bottom faces. Just place it according to the shape. Scale it. And to join this with this part, I'm not gonna actually merge these. I'm just gonna place them just pointing towards each other. So select these faces, X, F to delete them, select the bottom edges, E to extrude. Now what I'm doing here is I have just set this snap to vertex, but I have not turned this magnet button on, and whenever I need to snap it, I just press Ctrl and it snaps to the point. So whenever you select an edge, press G and drag it in the required direction and press Ctrl. So if you press Ctrl, it will just use this snapping again, because these are all cylindrical shapes. It is pretty similar. So again, let me just create a cylinder, scale it down. Now whenever you want to create some holes or something which is equally divided on the surface of the cylinder, then you will need at least 16 vertices. So in that case we'll add another cylinder and this time make the vertices count to 16. So again, let's put it at the place around here. Scale it, shade smooth, and again auto smooth, and just edit it. Now add some edge loops, maybe one here, one at the corner, two here, and you can also select these edge loops and press Ctrl B to just create an equally divided edge loop, something like this. Again press Alt E, bring it down a bit. Great. Now again, to create this whole type of thing, I'll just add an edge loop in the center, select one vertex and shift select the one skipping one, so this one, and now you can press Ctrl Shift plus and it will alt select the loop like this. And now press Ctrl Shift B to bevel it and drag your mouse wheel to add some edge loops like this, and then you can just bring down this shape. And now we will scale it in the Y direction, something like this. Great. Delete these faces, X, F. Now where two shapes are overlapping each other, like this cylinder is overlapping this shape, you can just come in and get those faces from this part as well. So just add some edge loops here, select these faces and shift D to duplicate these and go to mesh, separate selection. Now this is a separate part and you can edit it according to the shape. And you can edit it according to the shape now. Alright, so when creating this type of complicated shapes which has lots of holes and cuts, I generally start with these smaller shapes first. So I'll create these cuts first and then join those together to create the whole shape. So let's just create this one. So I'll just add a plane, just rotate it and let's make a triangle here. So just scale it in the position, go to edit mode, select these two and M at center. So this creates, now with these vertices selected, I'll press Ctrl Shift B. Let me scale a bit. Great. Now I'll just duplicate this face. So Shift D, drag it outwards. And now to flip it, I'll just press S, Z -1. So this creates a mirror image of this hair. And now I'll just select these as loops and press F to join them. Now I'll just extrude these edges. So select the top ones, extrude them up, and bottom ones, extrude them down. Now again, let's select these faces, Shift D to duplicate them, and this time again I'll press S and Y -1. So it creates again a flipped image. And now just snap it here. At this point you again want to select all the vertices, so 1A, and merge them, so M by distance. Now when you flip these using the -1 scale, these are generally inverted, so you can do is just select all the faces, go to mesh, and in normals recalculate outside. So now the normals are recalculated. Now I don't need this, so XF, and now I'll just duplicate it and create the shape. So Shift D, move it here, snap it here, again Shift D, move it here, snap it here, Shift D, like this. And in the end you can just delete these faces, select all the end vertices and again scale those in y direction and press 0 so they are aligned. So now these are all merged. Similarly, I'll create this whole shape. So again I'll just duplicate one face from here, suppose this one, shift D, scale it, something like that, and just subdivide it here and here. Select the center vertex and Control Shift B. Again you can come here, increase the segments and decrease the shape to make it circular, and XF, and now again Shift D, Shift D and snap it here, Shift D, snap it here, Shift D and again snap it. For this last one I'll just delete it and just drag these edges to here. Great. Again you can press 1, A, M and by distance. So all the overlapping vertices are merged. Now you can just place them according to the shape. So I'll just select the triangular faces and rotate them in Y, maybe about 45 or 40 maybe. Select the bottom ones, bring them out, and now I'll just select this bottom edge, the whole loop, and shift select these bottom edges and just fill it, F. Now in the same way I'll just fill the rest of the shape. So maybe select these ones, again duplicate them, move them into place, and start filling it. Okay, so you may come across some issues like in this part, if I shade it smooth and just turn on this auto smooth function, you can see that these edges here and these corner edges, they are sharp, but these edges here, these are smooth. So you may just decrease the angle really low to make them sharp, but this causes some other issues. So you may want to put it at 30 only, and what you can do that just go to edit mode and select those edges which you want to make sharp and go to edges and mark sharp. So now with the smooth auto smooth turned on, they will also be sharp. Alright, so now let's quickly shade this. By the way, if your orbiting gets weird like this and you are not able to orbit at the center, you can just go to preferences and in navigation turn this orbit around selection and save preference. So now if you select this, it will just orbit around this So whatever you select, it will orbit around that. Alright, so now let's create a new material and go to shading, and I'm using the gradient image from IMPHANZIA, and I have also modified it a little bit. Let's plug it into base color, and now go to UV editing, and we are gonna simply put all these UVs, merge them and place it in somewhere between these colors. So just select all, U, unwrap, and press M at center. So now they are merged, and now place them anywhere you want. So again, press A, U, unwrap, M at center, give it the same material and place it here. So you can quickly just give the same material to all by selecting all and shift select the part that has the material, press Ctrl L and link material. So now all these have same material. So again, A, U, unwrap, M at center. Alright, so this is how I have created all these guns. You can download these from my Sketchfab account. Link is in the description. I have created these end barrel pieces separately, so you can just make your own versions out of these guns. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.